How to protect your income. The middle class is disappearing. Your financial pressure is not going away. For many people, debt is not reducing. It is actually building up quietly over time, and in some cases, it starts to feel like a cycle that is hard to escape. So the real question is this: what exactly is happening right now? Is the middle class shrinking? Is the economy failing people? Or is something changing about how money and jobs actually work today? Because you will hear different opinions. Some people say it is income. Some say it is spending habits. Some say it is just poor financial discipline. But there is another angle most people are not paying attention to. What if the structure of work, income, and opportunity itself is changing? What if the future of jobs is not the same as the past? Or better still, what if the real question is not just the future of jobs, but the future of money? Before I go further, have you subscribed to the Wealth Forge? If you have not, take a second and do that now, because this is exactly the kind of conversation we are building here. Also, I did a recent video on this channel titled Before You Quit Your Job. Make sure you watch that one as well, because it connects directly to what we are talking about today. Now, in today's video, I want to break down what is happening to the middle class. Why so many working people feel financial pressure even while employed, and what you need to understand to protect yourself from it. And if you are between 25 and 45, you might want to share this with someone you care about. Because this is not just personal finance anymore, it is becoming a survival conversation. Now let's get into it. Is the middle class actually declining? Or are a large number of people quietly slipping into financial instability without realizing it? In 1971, a single factory worker in the United States could buy a house, support a family of 4, send his kids to college, and retire with dignity. On one income. No side hustle, no investment portfolio, no financial influencer telling him to cut his lattes. Just a job. That world is gone. And if you are working class, this is the part that concerns you directly, because the system that replaced it is not designed to support stability. It is designed to reward adaptation. And here is what nobody is telling you about why it was not an accident. What happened to the middle class was not a natural economic shift. It was a system working exactly as designed. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. But more importantly, once you understand it, you can protect yourself inside it. 1. The promise that was made for about 30 years after World War II, something extraordinary happened in Western economies. Wages grew, productivity grew, and here is the key: they grew together. If companies made more, workers made more. That was the deal. You worked hard. You got a slice of what you helped build. Economists call this era the Great Compression, because the gap between the rich and everyone else actually shrank. Think about that. A period in modern history where inequality went down, home ownership exploded, the middle class ballooned, and ordinary life became genuinely achievable. But here is the thing about that era that textbooks do not tell you. It was not built on goodwill. It was built on leverage. Workers had power. Unions had teeth. Capital needed labor because you could not yet outsource a factory to the other side of the world with a spreadsheet. That leverage disappeared. And the moment it did, everything changed. 2. The divorce. When wages left productivity. Here is the single most important economic chart you will never see in a mainstream newspaper. It is called the productivity wage gap. From roughly 1948 to 1973. Productivity goes up, wages go up. They move together like they are supposed to. Then, around 1973, they split. Productivity keeps climbing. For decades, straight up. Wages? They flatten, then they crawl. Then they barely move in real terms at all. So what does that mean in plain language? It means workers kept getting more productive, making more, building more, selling more per hour. And companies kept that difference. Between 1979 and today, productivity in the United States grew by over 60%. Median wages grew by around 15%. Where did the other 45% go? It went to the top. Not because of talent, not because of risk, because of power. Because when workers lost leverage and capital gained it, the rules of the deal changed. The three walls: how your income is being pressured today. Now I want to bring this closer to your life, because if you are between 30 and 45, you are not just watching history, you are living inside the pressure points of it. There are three walls that now directly affect how far your income can stretch. And they did not appear suddenly. They built up slowly, so slowly that most people just assumed they were not doing enough. Wall 1. Housing. In 1970, the average American home cost about 2.5 times the average annual salary. Today, it is over 6 times in most cities. In places like London, Sydney, Vancouver, 8, 9, 10 times. This matters more than almost any other number in economics, because a home is not just a roof, it is the primary wealth-building asset for most families. When you own a home, you accumulate equity. You build a safety net, you have collateral. When you rent long-term, which more people are now doing than at any point in decades, you build nothing. You are paying into someone else's asset growth. The homeowners get richer in their sleep. The renters do not. And if your income has not kept up with housing costs, this is already shaping your financial trajectory whether you see it or not. Wall 2. Education. The cost of a 4-year university degree in the United States has risen by over 1,200% since 1980. Inflation over the same period? About 300%. So the thing they told you was the ticket to the middle class became the thing that financially strained you before you even entered it. You borrow at 22. You pay at 32. You are still paying at 42. And here is the uncomfortable truth. The degree is no longer a guarantee of financial mobility. It is a filter to enter the job market. Even the founders who reshaped the world did not follow the path they now require from you. The system raised the entry requirement while compressing the return. That is not failure, that is structure. Wall 3. Time. This one nobody talks about. But it is the most important for your financial life. Because wealth is not just about income, it is about timing. And the last 25 years have not been stable. The 2000 dot-com crash, the 2008 financial crisis, the rise of automation, remote work globalization, the 2020 pandemic, and inflation shock. Each of these events did not just affect the economy. They reset personal financial progress. People who were building wealth had to restart. People who were just entering the system lost their strongest compounding years. And here is the part that matters. Wealth is not only about how much you earn. It is about how long your money has had to grow. If your income years are interrupted or compressed, your financial ceiling changes. Not because you are doing something wrong, but because time is the engine of wealth. The system. Nobody explained to you. There are 2 ways to make money in the modern economy. You can sell your time, or you can own something that works while you sleep. That is it. Wages are linear. Assets are compounding. And over the last few decades, something shifted. Wages stagnated. Asset prices exploded. The stock market has returned roughly 10% annually for decades. Property has outpaced wages in most major cities. So what does that mean? It means the wealth is being created, but it is not being distributed evenly anymore. In the United States today, the top 10% own about 89% of all stocks. The bottom 50%? About 1%. This is not a broken system, it is a concentrated one. And in a concentrated system, your income alone has limits. The new threat: AI and the job ladder. And just when the equation was already shifting, another force entered. Artificial intelligence, but not in the dramatic robots replacing everyone way people imagine. What is actually happening is more precise. AI is compressing the middle of the job market. The roles most affected are not manual labor and not high-level strategic work. It is the middle layer: data analysis, paralegal work, mid-level accounting, administrative coordination, content drafting, customer service management. These are the exact roles that used to allow people to move from stability to growth. Economists call this job polarization. The middle hollows out, so you get high income at the top, low income at the bottom, fewer stable middle steps in between. The ladder is not gone, but some of its rungs are disappearing. And for anyone relying only on salary growth, that changes long-term income expectations. What this means for you. The real choice. So where does this leave you? Not in panic, but in adjustment. Because the definition of middle class is changing, and the people who understand that early will protect their financial position. The old middle class was defined by a stable job. The new one is defined by how your income connects to assets. That does not mean you need to be wealthy already. It means your income cannot only cover survival anymore. A paycheck that only pays bills keeps you stable today. A paycheck that also builds assets changes your trajectory. The difference compounds. And in a 10 to 20 year window, it becomes the difference between financial pressure and financial control. The question is no longer, is the middle class disappearing? The question is, are you structuring your income for the system that exists now, or the one that used to exist? Because the old one is not coming back. Final truth. The middle class was not destroyed by laziness, not by spending habits, not by individual failure. It was reshaped by a long transfer of economic power. From labor to capital, from wages to assets, from distribution to concentration. You are not imagining the pressure on your income. You are living inside it. But understanding the system is the first step in protecting yourself from it. And what you do next, with your income, your skills, and your assets, is where the real outcome changes. If this changed the way you see your finances, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to go deeper on how wealth actually works in the modern economy, subscribe to The Wealth Forge.